All right, man, come on, hurry up, get in here. Everybody sit down. All right, veterans, hold on for just a second. Let me address the new guy, girl who just showed up. Look, what I don't do here is a bunch of specs and, just technical jargon that you probably won't understand or care about. I don't really do that here. I don't get that deep. But what I do here is put earbuds in my ear holes and headphones on my head, and I crank them up and basically let you know if it's going to be worth your money or not. That's pretty much my objective here. And I also like to have a good time, so I hope you get entertained. Now, everybody, come on in and listen because we got some stuff to talk about.
Let's do it.
These are the Sony, the new Sony. You see this right here? See this box? You see? These are the new Sony. I forgot how to, what number is this? This is Sony. Dang, it's actually missing. This is the Sony, there it is. Sony WH-H910Ns in black. I actually purchased these used off eBay for $100, so this is not a sponsored video in case anybody wanted to know. But the reason why I'm showcasing this box is because, one, I always like to open up boxes and show the new stuff, and I like that new stuff smell and the opening the box kind of experience. Sony's not necessarily known for an unboxing experience, but this guy, I don't even know who I bought this from, but anyone who, look at this, anyone who opens a box this way ought to be drug outside in public and stoned to death. Like, seriously, man, what kind of savage opens a box like this? So he taped it up right there, and there was a little bit of tape on here and some, right? This is bad, but let's just go ahead and get this done with. Let me just finish this up. All right, let's just get this out of the way. So here's the deal. I have already listened to these headphones because they were already open. So why bother? Open it up and listen to it on camera. I'll tell you about how I felt in just a moment after I get this stuff out of here. You do get a pouch. It's a nice pouch. And then you also get your USB-C charging cable and a 3.5 millimeter cable. Let me see if it's proprietary because Sony's good for trolling me that way with a proprietary cable. Yeah, it's got that step right there. Okay, so this is what gets on my nerves with the Sony headphones is because right where it plugs into the port right here, if you want to go wired, oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, so it's not proprietary. A lot of times they have like a deeper cavity right in here, and then they'll put a step on their 3.5 millimeter, and that prevents you from putting in any ordinary plug in there. So this one is pretty much universal. We're good to go there. So let's move all of this to the side and talk about the star of the show. Like I said, I've already listened to them, and we'll go more in depth into that in just a second. Oh, okay, so these do not swivel 180 degrees, so they don't lay flat. Okay, they're just gonna sit just like that on your neck, kind of just, and that's okay. Some people, that's really a deal breaker for a lot of people, but not for me. I just need a little bit of swivel. That way we can adjust them on our head. Right here, you get your typical Sony look right here with the yoke and the headband, and I'm loving it, dude. I am loving it. I like how they branded it right there. I'm okay that it's white, standing out with a lot of contrast on the black. I'm cool with that. I actually really like it. And the headband is cool. Everything is, looks pretty consistent with Sony's, the looks of Sony. These are the XM3s right here. And these just follow suit, man. They look real nice. Now let's get to these ear cups, okay? The ear cups are very plush, okay? That is not, I don't think that's memory foam, but it is a really good feeling foam inside of there. And this vinyl that they used, it's got this print on it and it's really soft. And the whole headphone is coated in this soft touch plastic, which I am loving, loving, loving. They do not feel cheap. They just feel like that lightweight Sony plastic. This is a tribute to Jim's review room right here. This is a tribute to my man Jim, who has retired from YouTube, okay? Shout out to my man Jim, man. I'm gonna miss the hell out of you, man. Anyways, so back to the ear cups. They have their ANC vents right there, or microphones and stuff. And what's on the other one? This is the left ear cup. You got your, this is your not multifunction, but this is your Google Assistant or ambient sound button right there, noise canceling button. And this is your power button, which also doubles as to let you know how much battery you got. There's that USB-C charging port right there. And then there's your 3.5 millimeter right there. And they only fold up. They do not twist, and do anything crazy so you can transport them. They only fold up, which, like I said, I'm totally cool with. As far as comfort, put them on your head, you can feel those ear cups just kind of just surround your ear. My ears go inside of the ear cups because they are large. Look at that. If you got some big, gigantic, floppy elephant ears, you shouldn't have any problems sticking them inside of here. What you will have problems with is right here. I don't know if you can see this. And mine looks to be a little, my fabric is a little ripped right there. It looks like this is what happens when you buy stuff used. You see that right there? I don't know what that is. That's that, I don't know. Man, it's like the ANC thing. I don't know what that is, but it's in a lot of headphones. It's just that this one is very prominent in these headphones. And I can't feel it in my left ear, but on my right ear, I can feel it touching my ear. It's like sitting right here on my ear and I can feel it touching. So that could bother you. And that could be why this guy was selling these on eBay. These are very hard to find, by the way, especially in America. You can get them on Amazon for $2.19, but I don't see the black. I see the orange ones only, or maybe red or something like that. You can only get these like elsewhere. Like they are not sold in America right now. So that's just what it is. But for the price of $200, I'm going to tell you right now, I love it. These are definitely worth $200. I know a lot of you are going to ask, well, these Mu6 Space 2s cost $200 too. And I'll let you know if they're better, you know, or worse or whatever. But we're talking $200 here with the Mu6 and $200 with these Sony's 910Ns. That's what I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them the 910s, okay? First of all, we get them powered up. And they connect to the app immediately if you already have it installed on your phone. So let's get in there. So, okay, so right there it says I'm staying, okay, because they have that smart system where they can tell what you're doing. But when we get into the sound, they sound fantastic out of the box. Just great. It's classic Sony, man. I'm not disappointed in these headphones. Sony has come out with like 3 or 4 headphones this year. Okay, 2 sets of earbuds and 2 other sets of headphones outside of these. These are the ones to get. I'm gonna tell you, you get pretty much everything you get. I hope you can see this because this is really bright. But you get pretty much everything you get with the XM3s, with the exception of that sound VPT. So you do not get where you can change the venues like to concert or a jazz club or nothing like that. But you do get the full-blown equalizer, man. You get all the EQs, the presets they have right there. You get them all. What am I doing here? Let's do cancel. And then you can go in there and kind of customize your EQ too as well. So let's go in here and we can just toggle that up and down. So that's nice that they have that connection to the app, and then they can automatically analyze your ears and optimize them for if you're listening to the 3D reality audio with Tidal. And let me see what else they got. You can have the priority set on quality or stable connection. This is typical Sony stuff. Then you can turn that DSEEHX on or off. Let's just turn it on, or auto rather. And then we'll get into the system where we get ambient controls. Let's see what that is. Okay, this is where you kind of configure that button to do your stuff. Let's get out of there. Auto power off. Let's do 5 minutes and download some software. And then you have your status there with your music. So the app is good to go. Finally, I get to the sound. The bass. The bass is nice in here, okay? Now, it's not as thumping as the Mu6, okay? But it is very close to what you get in the Sony XM3 when you turn the clear bass up. They don't come stock like that. You're gonna have to tweak that and get it to do it because these are not as powerful as the XM3s. Same amount of volume you're gonna get. The clarity is there. Everything sounds extremely similar to the XM3s. It's just that these don't have as much bass until you turn up the clear bass inside of the app, and they will somewhat match the bass that's in the XM3s. So when we're talking about bass, and this is where you're getting your comparison, because I know y'all gonna want me to do a video. I'm telling you right now, I'm probably not. Okay, so where these stand in bass, I would say the Mu6 is first, and then the XM3s will be second, and then the 910s would be third, okay? Let me back this out a little bit, turn my ISO back up so you can get a nice clean shot of what I'm looking at here, because this is nice, man. Let me put it right there. So 1, 2, and 3, this is it. These are the best in class bass. This is second best in class, and this is third best in class. Now, clarity and implementation of all the music, like all things music, we're still here. We're talking about 1, 2, and 3. And that doesn't mean one is necessarily better than the other. It's just that where I put them in regards to bass versus clarity. Because these have a lot more bass, these have a lot of bass, and these have a good enough bass signature. But let's move these out of the way and get back to the 910Ns. So as far as sound goes, I'm definitely giving Sony kudos for what they've done with the sound profile of these, and the fact that you can EQ them is fantastic, and I love them for that. I'm actually very satisfied with my purchase, especially since I paid $100 for these. They retail for $200, maybe $219, and I still think they're worth the price. Now, to go on to some other stuff, they do have other features because this is a Sony headphone, and this is why you pay that premium price tag. They do have NFC there on the side. That way you can turn them on and pair them. And on this side, what you're gonna get is a press and hold, or a palm cover to activate your quick attention. You're gonna get your forward swipes and your back swipes, and your up and down swipes for volume and volume controls and tracks, and of course your play and pause and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to phone calls, I don't know yet. We're gonna have to figure this out. So let me put these on and put them on my head and bust out my mic. All right, so you're getting it right now. This is the microphone sound as I'm talking to you on the phone. So if I called you up and said, hey man, what you up to? This is actually relatively close to what I'm gonna sound like. These apps that record sound are not spot on. They usually sound a little bit worse than what the headphone actually puts out. So you got to take this example with a grain of salt. In terms of ANC, let's just face it, man, Sony is class leading. Everybody else is just trying to play catch up. And I'm cool with that. And that does not leave these out. These are no exception to the rule that Sony is the best. Now, with that being said, let's not get it twisted. They are not going to put XM3 level of noise canceling inside of these headphones, but these are no slouch. These cancel out a huge amount of noise. Like, you're going to have a comfortable flight, you're going to have a great bus ride or train ride. It's just typical Sony noise canceling, and these are no exception to the rule. Now, how would they compare to the Mu6? Well, I would actually put them on the same level as the Mu6. You know, Mu6 is still playing catch up to Sony. You know, these are great headphones and I love them to death, but you know, they're just not as good as Sony when it comes to noise canceling. But these two are actually on par with each other, just in case you were wondering. But when you're talking about purchasing a great set of headphones for $200, I gotta give it to Sony, man. I feel like these are definitely worth the $200 that they're charging. I feel like they trolled us with the other releases that they've had this year. I'll be honest with you, these are the best headphones Sony has released in the year of 2020 so far. Hold on, I'm tapping something. Okay, yeah, hands down, best headphones Sony has released in 2020 as of June 25th, 2020. The other ones, they were just trolling us, man, trying to get us for that money. But these right here, these are on point and definitely worth the $200 price tag. Sony, I'm impressed. I thought you was gonna keep trolling me, but something told me these were gonna be the ones, man. These sound fantastic. You get all the features a person could ask for in a $200 set of headphones, and we're friends again, Sony. So those people at Sony, we're good, we're good. Either way, man, I hope you had a good time watching this video, and I hope you got enough insight to make a smart purchase on these if that's was something that you were looking at. And I tried to give you kind of a brief comparison to my new faves, which is the Mu6 Space 2, and as well as my all-time favorite, or you know, my go-to headset, which would be the Sony XM3s. These fit right into the family, man. Smart purchase, great purchase. 100% satisfied with where I spent my money. I'm no expert on this kind of stuff, but what I do know is life is short, so you might as well be getting your jam on. Now I gotta go make some more videos, but until I get back with another one, y'all make sure y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you. Oh, so you wanted them cats that like to just run up in a place, take what you want, then leave, huh? Man, you better hit that subscribe and notification button. That way you know when I'm over here opening up new stuff. And while you're down there, you may want to consider tapping that join button and becoming a member, because membership has its perks. See, that wasn't so bad. All right, man, I appreciate you, and I'll see you at the next one.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?